So Vanderbilt and McNeese face off. Vanderbilt, obviously, a really strong resurgent year. McNeese is a team that is they're basically the same team they have been the last few years. They, even though if they're under a new coach, extremely strong on defense. They love to force turnovers, love to rebound. This is a dangerous underdog team, but Vanderbilt is also just a very good favorite. This is a tough one.
It seems like the 6-11 seed is now the 5-12, so picking like a 12 over a 5 no longer makes as much sense as it used to. I don't know. This is one that I kind of want to pick McNeese State.
I know, I know. Like the funny thing is though, like I look at this quadrant of teams here. We'll be talking about Nebraska and Troy in a moment. Like I'm looking at this, like I have no idea who comes out of this. No matter what, whoever comes out of it is going to be like pretty much a new face in the Sweet 16. So that part is exciting. I'm very excited to see what this group of four teams does. Um, but you know what? McNeese is actually rated as the most dangerous of the 12 seeds. So I don't know. I think I'm willing to go with it. I think we go with McNeese to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, there's a formula for picking this that gets you like 2 more picks than everybody else, just because nobody's made it very far in these, but I don't know. There's always a formula of at least one 12 seed wins and at least one 8 seed wins. Like they're the first round games. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm perfectly okay with McNeese moving on. In fact, I would rather see all upsets on this list.
Yeah, and hey, you know what? We gotta represent the Southland Conference a little bit. That is a conference that's been really good to us. So yeah, let's have McNeese moving on here. We go to Nebraska and Troy. Nebraska is still looking for their first ever NCAA tournament win, but then you have Troy here, kind of a sneaky underdog team. Troy started out the year basically playing their entire first 10 games on the road. They were pretty impressive in that stretch. Like they won at Kent State, should have been USC. They were like triple overtime and completely blew like a big lead. And they beat San Diego State. Like this Troy team showed that they can hang with some really good teams, but they weren't consistent. I'm very curious to see how this one goes. What are your first thoughts on it?
Nebraska ball. I like that's all. That's all.
Yeah. I also think like just in our specific bracket here, like we have McNeese going. It's been a very long time since the 12 or 13 has made the Sweet 16. So our best bet is to have Nebraska moving on in this game. And then we have North Carolina and VCU. The Tar Heels kind of beat up a little bit. They're dealing with some injuries right now too. VCU ended the year hot. Their defense, they're playing good defense beyond just forcing turnovers now. Early in the year, they relied on forcing turnovers. They couldn't do that. They usually struggled on defense, but later in the year, they're doing a good job of that. Their offense is looking really good. Who do you think here?
6-11 upset, baby. UNC's best player is out until September.
Here's the thing though, like I really want to pick VCU, but it feels like every year, like they're in a decent, they end up with like a decent game that it feels like they could win, and lately they just have not won it. I don't know.
That's why I think VCU. We watched them yesterday. So
We did.
recording is Monday. Posting probably a
Yeah.
different day. We hung out on Sunday and we watched them break the hearts of every Duke or Dayton fan in attendance. And I don't know. I kind of liked what I saw from VCU. They kind of ended that game earlier than I thought they would.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. We can have VCU moving on there. I'm not going to complain about that.